You don't remember the exact moment you realized your father wasn't like other fathers. Maybe it was the way strangers looked at him. Not the way people look at someone they recognize. The way they look at someone they fear. Eyes down. Hands still. A kind of silence that follows him into every room like a second shadow. You were 7 the first time someone called him Shepherd. You laughed. You thought it was a nickname. Something harmless. Like how your uncle went by Bear or how your grandfather was just called Old Man. But nobody laughed with you. Your mother touched your shoulder. Firmly. The way she did when you were about to say the wrong thing in the wrong place. You learned quickly that some words in your house were doors. And some doors were never supposed to open. Growing up, the compound felt normal to you. The long white corridors. The communal meals where everyone sat in the same order every single night. The prayers that lasted longer than they should. You thought every family had rules this rigid. You thought every child memorized passages before breakfast. You thought every father was obeyed this completely. You were wrong. But you wouldn't understand that for years. And by the time you did, you were already part of it. You're 17 when the first real crack appears. A girl named Sarah disappears from the compound on a Tuesday. By Wednesday, her name is gone too. Not just unspoken. Erased. Her bed reassigned. Her seat at the communal table filled. Like she never existed inside these walls. You ask your mother where Sarah went. She doesn't look up from her hands. You ask again. She says Sarah chose to leave. Says it the way people say things they've been told to say. Flat. Rehearsed. With no air behind it. That night you find Sarah's journal hidden inside the ventilation panel of your shared bathroom. 3 pages torn out. The ones that remain are filled with one repeating sentence written in different levels of panic. Some calm. Some barely readable. He knows what I think before I think it. You sit with that journal for 4 hours. You don't sleep. You don't pray. For the first time in your life you feel something your father always warned you about. Doubt. And doubt in this place isn't just dangerous. It's a death sentence for everything you were built to believe. The next morning your father summons you before breakfast. He sits across from you with that calm that never breaks. That stillness that used to feel like safety and now feels like something else entirely. He slides Sarah's journal across the table. He looks at you and says nothing. And somehow the silence is the most terrifying thing you've ever heard. He doesn't punish you. That's what breaks you first. You were ready for anger. For consequences. For the cold room where they send members who ask too many questions. You had rehearsed your apology the entire walk to his study. You had already decided to surrender completely. Instead he pours you tea. Sits back. Crosses his hands. And begins to talk to you like you are finally old enough to understand something important. He tells you Sarah was sick. Not physically. Spiritually. Says some people carry a poison inside them that spreads if you let it. Says he loved Sarah. Says love sometimes looks like removal. Says the compound isn't a prison. It's a filter. Designed to keep the pure inside and push the poison out. His voice is so calm it feels like water filling a room slowly. You don't notice you're drowning until you're already at the ceiling. By the end of the conversation you have said nothing. He has done all the talking. But somehow you leave that room feeling like you confessed. Like you were the one who needed forgiving. That's the first time you understand what he actually is. Not a father. Not a shepherd. An architect of reality. He doesn't control people with fear alone. He controls them by making them distrust their own minds. By the time a person doubts him, they already doubt themselves more. And now he's looking at you differently. Not as a child anymore. As a student. As an heir. Years pass the way they do inside closed systems. Not in seasons. Not in birthdays. In conversions. In how many new faces arrive at the gate with luggage and hollow eyes searching for something your father is very good at pretending to offer. You stop counting the people. You start counting the power. By 23 you run the intake process. You are the first voice newcomers here. The warm one. The safe one. You were chosen for this specifically because you don't look dangerous. You look like someone who survived something and came out clean on the other side. You are the advertisement. You tell yourself you're protecting them. Easing their transition. Making something difficult feel gentle. But somewhere around the 40th intake you stop feeling anything during the process at all. You learn their names. You learn their fears. You file both away like tools you might need later. Your father watches this transformation from a distance and says nothing. His silence now feels like approval. One night a woman named Claire grabs your wrist during intake. She's shaking. She says she made a mistake coming here. Says something feels wrong. Asks you to help her leave before it's too late. You look at her for a long moment. You think about Sarah's journal. You think about the 3 torn pages. Then you call for the escort team with a calm voice and steady hands. You don't sleep that night. But not because you feel guilty. Because you realize you don't. And standing in the dark of your room inside the compound you built your entire identity around, you finally understand the most haunting truth of all. You are no longer your father's child. You are his continuation. And somewhere behind your own eyes, the person you used to be is pressing both hands against the glass. Watching. Disappearing. Already gone.